Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a previous viewer, welcome back. And if you're a new viewer, welcome. My name is Kayla June, Caylbarb on social media. And today we are going to be doing the first ever Bear Share story time with me. Yep. And Bear Share is my interpretation of story time. So if you want to see what I'm going to be talking about, which you should get an idea from the title, then keep on watching. And if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all. Let's get started, guys. So, how I met my fiance. I need to sit back for this one because your little bear was a sassy little girl back then. Mind you, I'm 25 years old now. I was 21 when I met Vince. I love telling this story. It's just funny because Vince is the type of person that you just don't get cocky with, no matter who you are. You could be friends, family, strangers, person that he loves a lot. You just don't get cocky with him. He's very he's very opposite of me. But back then I didn't know him, didn't know this about him, and I didn't care either. So we worked together. We worked in the nightlife, which is a nightclub, basically nightlife meaning like you work in the night time. And we worked at this club called G Lounge in Center City of Philly, and it is now closed. It's called 1925 now. We worked together. He worked in security and I was a VIP manager, and I worked and ran the VIP bottle service basically. So he worked there for a few months, and I was in the phase where it's just like, it's all about me and money and saving, and I planned on leaving Philly. My plans before him, I wanted to save for a car, go to school and finish and graduate, or I wanted to make money, save, and move to California eventually. That was my plan. I wanted to live in LA. But of course he ruined everything, but not in the bad sense, of course. So we worked together, and we basically, I did my own thing, he did his own thing, and he noticed me before I noticed him. And I didn't find this out until a few weeks we were dating. He actually told me he noticed me because my mom was a bartender there, so I was always hanging out with my mom and always talking with her, and he passed by me and double took and was just like, who's that girl? But he didn't talk to me till months later. He wasted months observing me and didn't just come up to me and talk to me and say, hi, my name is Vince, you want to hang out? No. So okay, I noticed him. He wore a suit to work, and the other security guys wore black pants, black shirts. So I'm just like, who's this guy? Is he important? This is literally, this is exactly my facial expression. I was talking to my mom and I'm just like, who's that guy? Does he think he's important? Is he important? Who is he? And I was like, I don't know who he is. And no one knew really who he was because he was the new guy. So he got my attention because he wore a suit. And eventually I kind of observed him more and more, and I'm just like, he's very quiet. Does he talk to anybody? What's his deal? Whatever, I didn't care. I just did my own thing. So weeks and months obviously passed on, and it was Thanksgiving Eve of 2013. Our club was dead, and I planned on working, and there was a 6 a.m. party at a different club 3 blocks down. So I was just like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go party. I can't wait. I don't care if I'm by myself. I just want to go out and have fun. And that was my plan. So my boss was just like, okay, we're gonna close a little bit early tonight. Kayla, you can leave and do whatever you want to do. I can go get a drink and I can dance all night and have fun. My mom's like, where are you going? Who are you going with? How you getting there? I'm like, Mom, it's 3 blocks down. I can walk. You're not walking by yourself. Okay, so who's gonna walk with me? So I'm like, what security guy can I get to walk with me? So there was this big guy. His name is, what is his name? Tommy. His name is Tommy, and I love him still to this day. And he was like, you know, okay, I'll walk you. It's fine, I'll walk you. I'm like, okay, cool. So he was like, all right, just get your stuff and, you know, we'll go and I'll walk you and you'll have a good time. So I was like, okay, that's fine. All of a sudden, you hear, oh, I'll walk her. I gotta go over there anyway, I'll walk her. Mind you, we're all taking, like, the end of the night, like, we're all closed down. And the end of the night, like, last drink, I guess you want to say. And toasting to, like, have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And, I look up and I'm just like, who's talking right now? So I look and it's Vince. And Vince is like, oh, walk it. I gotta go over there and I gotta work over there after this anyway. So, you know, I'll walk it. Okay. Literally. Okay. Fine, sure. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go get my stuff. And he's like, okay. So this kid thinks I left him. And he's like, I didn't know this till way later, like maybe a year later when we were talking about it and reminiscing about it. And he's like, I thought you left. I was looking all over for you. I asked your mom. Your mom goes, you lost her already? Oh my God, I can't believe you lost her. Like, where is she? I was in the bathroom fixing my makeup, of course. And I come back and I like swooped him by his arm. I'm just like, are you ready? He's like, yeah, let's go. Like, okay, come on, let's go. I'm strutting down the club, about to leave. We walked outside. Back then, I was a smoker. I smoked cigarettes. If you guys smoke, that's your own preference, but I don't do that anymore. 3 years, haven't touched a cigarette. And I used to smoke back then. Well, maybe 4 years almost. Yeah. Well, anyway. So, I lit up a cigarette right in front of the club, and there he's just like, yo, aren't you gonna wait? I'm thinking, this bitch telling me what to do. I'm like, excuse me? He's like, we're right outside of G Lounge. Wouldn't you want to wait till we walk down the street at least? What are you gonna do? Go tell my mom? I'm not gonna go tell your mom. I'm just saying, looking out for you. I'm fine. They all tell my mom anyway. I don't care if they see. I was really mean back then. So now, like, when we talk about it, he's just like, you were so sassy. You didn't even care. You didn't even know me and you were so mean. I felt so bad, but got his attention. Didn't scare him away. So we walked down and we got to the club and we're hanging out. And we're like, the night's going by, we're drinking, having fun. He didn't have to work. I think he lied. Because he was hanging out with me all night. And I figured, like, he was going to go off and work, and I was going to be by myself. But he stayed by my side all night. So we're dancing and dancing. Well, I'm dancing. He's not dancing. I'm dancing, and so he has a button-up on, and a tie, and a suit jacket. Right? Did he have a suit jacket? He did have a suit jacket, I believe. Yeah, he did have a suit jacket. And he's buttoned up, like, up to here. I start unbuttoning, like, his shirt, and I'm like, loosen up, dude. Like, live a little. Like, what are you doing? I like, loosen his tie, take it off of him. I'm wearing his tie now. And he's just like, remember, keep in mind, he's the person you don't want to mess with. Keep in mind of that. And if you're watching this and you do know Vince, then you'll understand. So, like, I took off his tie. I'm, like, untucking his shirt. And he's just like, what are you doing? I'm like, loosen you up a little bit. Like, you're so uptight. You're so tense. Like, you're so serious. Like, calm down. So later on, I'm just like, what time do you plan on leaving? He's like, well, what time do you plan on leaving? I'm like, 6 a.m. when this is over. He goes, then I guess I'm staying until 6 a.m. And at first, I'm just like, I don't need a babysitter. But then he's just like, no, I genuinely want to just hang out with you. And I'm just like, God, Kayla, stop coming up with assumptions. God. But, we just danced and I danced. I ended up dancing on a stage. And he's just like, calm down, come on. I'm just like, no, leave me alone. And then he got another bouncer that he's friends with who knows my mom and knew it was me. I'm Kathy's daughter, and tells me to come down. I'm just like, you ruined my fun. I had so much fun that night. But then after, you know, the lights come on, the night's over and everything like that. And well, before that happened, sassy little me grabs his phone, doesn't ask for his phone, grabs his phone, and it's just like, and I start putting in my number, and I text myself, my girl. He thought he texted me, my girl. He thought he did it. He thought he texted me, my girl, because he couldn't remember, and I texted myself, my girl. And he's like, did I text you my girl last night? And I was just like, why? And he's like, I don't know, because it's not really like me, but did I? I'm like, no, I did. I texted myself my girl, so I had your number. And he's like, oh, okay. So mind you, like, I go home, he goes home. I'm thinking, like, okay, this was a fun night. Like, I got the quiet, serious guy to, like, loosen up. And, like, he danced a little bit. Like, I got him to dance a little bit. It was funny. And we had so much fun. And I'm thinking, like, the next day, like, okay, this is Thanksgiving now. And I'm thinking, like, okay, oh, mind you, I took his tie home, too. I took his tie home with me. I woke up and I had his tie on. And I literally was just like, what did I do last night? Like, I probably embarrassed myself, but whatever. And I get a text message, and it says Vince on there. And I'm like cleaning dishes and stuff like that, and I get another text message, then another text message, and my grandmom goes, Kayla, your phone's ringing off the hook, who is it? And I'm like, well, what's the name say? Vince. Who's Vince? And I'm just like, oh my god, he's still texting me, like, this is great. And my mom's like, Vince? Who's Vince? Just like, no one. Is that the guy that walked you last night? I'm just like, yeah. Why is he texting you? Mama knew I was catching feelings. Like that. Oh, I forgot an important part of the story. While we were at the club Thanksgiving Eve, okay, so I was 21, right? Vince is now 32, and I'm 25. And I had this big thing where, like, I didn't like to date older guys. I just thought it was weird, especially being 21. Like, my limit was 25, right? I'm thinking it's okay, you know, I'm gonna ask him his age and when's his birthday and everything will be fine. Nope, it wasn't. Nope. I'm thinking he's like 24, maybe 25. I'm like, okay, so how old are you? Why? How old are you? And he's like, well, how old are you? I'm like, how old do you think I am? He thought I was older. He said I'm very mature for my age. Or it just looked old. He thought I was like 23. And I said I'm 21. He was just like, oh. I'm thinking, I'm like, why? How old are you? 28? Kayla was like taken back. It's just like, but he's so cute. And I actually like him. Like I like hanging out with him. As stiff and stuck up and serious he is, I actually like him. I kid you not, it was a little bit of a barrier for me because I was just like, he's really old. But now I'm 25 and he's 32. It's just like, who cares? But yeah, I told him, I was like, I thought you were 25, and I didn't, you're a little bit old, like, I'm only 21, like, I need to, like, live, and blah, blah, blah. And, they were just, like, funny things, like, the fact that, like, I was able to take his tie, and unbutton his shirt, and untuck his shirt, and just, like, stupid stuff like that. And the fact that, like, he stuttered, literally stuttered, when I swooped his arm to go to the club. And the fact, like, the facts that I found out later, where he noticed me so like, way long before I noticed him, and he never came up to me. It's just like, looking at it now, like, me 25, him 32, we're engaged, like, we have our whole life together now, and it's just funny. Like, to some people it's just like, that was such a stupid story. But to me, it's such a great story, because if you only knew him, you would understand how serious he is, and how, like, miserable he is, or he can be. And, like, that night, he just wasn't. And he's not like that. He's not like that with me now. But, like, in general, he is, like, if you meet him, you probably think, like, he hates you, and he doesn't even know you. But that's not really the case. It's just his persona, I guess. Like, he always asks me, like, do you think people think, like, I'm a jerk? And I'm like, yeah. But not to me. He's, like, to me, he's, like, the big-hearted, warm-hearted, sweetest, biggest supporter. Loves me unconditionally. Like, he's the perfect person I could ever imagine being with. And I never thought I was gonna get married. I really never thought I was gonna get married. I wanted to be a mom, and I've told him this. I wanted to be a mom, and whether that was, like, a surrogate, or, in vitro, or whatever, however I could be a mom, I did not see myself being with a man, because I had so much problems, like, so many problems in the past with men and with guys. I wouldn't even say men, because they weren't men. They were, like, little shitty boys. Ooh, I just cursed on my channel. They were crappy little boys. But now, looking back, I would have never imagined I'd be here. And I cannot complain one bit, because my life is so perfect. And I'm happy that he broke his barriers down for me that night. And I'm happy that he spoke up finally and was just like, I'll walk it. But let me not get too sappy, because I will literally start tearing up, because when I think about it, it's just, like, it's very overwhelming. But that is how I met my fiance, Vince, and we will be together for 4 years in November, getting married next year in December, and I couldn't be happier. So I hope you liked this video, and I hope you liked Bear Shared story time with me. If you do like these type of videos and you have suggestions on videos, please let me know. I'll leave a comment down below. Feel free, do whatever you want. If you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up and leave nice comments, because I don't do those negativity stuff. Okay? But yeah, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, get up there, go click that button, and I will be seeing you in the next video. Bye, guys.